Happy Monday, Lioness. It's time to roar, all right? So, today's message is going to be on this. Your obedience opens doors. I want you to remember that. Your obedience opens door. So to every son and daughter of the King, this word is for you, okay? And I know I've been quiet for a little bit, but I'm back. Did you guys miss me? I know some of you guys did. If you didn't, you're lying. Anyways, recently I had the opportunity to serve at a youth camp in a leadership position, you guys, okay? So God is really getting me out of my comfort zone. And that experience reminded me that serving God isn't always easy, but it is rewarding. All right? Serving God isn't easy, but it's rewarding. So coming back from camp, I really felt like God, was showing me that he's training me for what he's called me to do. And let me tell you something. Leadership isn't for the weak. All right? Leadership is not for the weak. It requires humility, it requires sacrifice, it requires courage. All right? And most importantly, it requires obedience. And one of the sermons that really stayed with me was about Peter walking on water. Okay, so if we look at chapter 14, verse 29 through 30, it says, "So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, 'Lord, save me.'" So Peter stepped out of the boat because Jesus called him, right? And as long as Peter kept his eyes on Jesus, he was able to walk on that water, okay? But when he shifted his focus on the wind and the wave, he began to sink. That really challenged me because no matter what God calls me to do, I cannot afford to lose my focus, and neither can you. All right? Maybe God is training you right now, and maybe he's calling you into something that requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. And don't shrink back. I'm going to say that again. Maybe God is calling you into something that requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. Don't shrink back. Don't disqualify yourself because you don't feel ready, or don't let fear talk you out of what God has called you to do. If God is calling you to it, he's gonna make a way. And if he's calling you to it, you got to step out in faith, guys. Trust him. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Always keep your eyes on Jesus and obey. All right, you don't need to know every step. You just need to trust the one who called you. Trust the one who called you, because your obedience opens doors. But when God opens the door, keep your eyes on Jesus. It's not about you. Remember that. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Remember that your obedience is your roar, and we're going to have a great week. Point blank, period. And I love y'all. All right. See y'all next time.